Okay, we will start. Actually, it is already 2:45. Just reply me whether it is clearly audible and visible. Screen is visible. Just reply. Anyone in chat, please reply. If you don't want to, okay, fine. Thank you. Okay, let's start with the third chapter, that is object-oriented concepts and exception handling using C hash. Today we are going to see the concepts, which the OOPS concept, and simultaneously we are going to follow the same in C hash also. The similar in the C++ what we had done, but just a similar data types which we are going to uh, consider. These are going to be changed. Just wait a minute. Okay, then the reference types, then we are going to see here some inheritance, polymorphism concept, encapsulation concepts, exception handling, and how we are going to how first of all we are going to see how we are going to create the exception, and then how to handle that exception. That part also we are going to see in this chapter. Okay, fine. Now we will start with the first concept, that is object and reference type, which is the first point. Okay, so what the object and reference type reflects, it means just wait a minute. There's some problem with somebody. Okay, now what are the object and object reference and object reference types and object types? So object, basically when we are saying object types, it is nothing but the first of all the data type in C hash. Similarly here I have mentioned what it is. Actually when we are going to see here some of the object types we are going to see, that is using system. This is also one of the object type in which we are going to refer. So I have created one project with the name, project name as an object type, and simply the class renamed as a program, and in the main method what I have defined with it, that is nothing but I am going to clear what types are predefined or user defined, or you can say reference type and value types, data types we are going to define in our using system. So what is the using system? What this actual using system is going to do? In the system we are going for our namespace, like that in similarly how you are going to use in C++, that includes C hash, or you can say that studio.h or conio.h. So similarly that types of data files you are creating. So similarly in the object type I can create with it. Suppose a number is I am going to consider in an object type like a integer value, isn't it? So instead of taking an int or int 32, I am going to create just an object type which is also considered as your data type. Okay, we are giving it as a reference for our using system. So this library will include object, as it will consider your integer value also, it will consider your string value also. So what I have done here, instead of taking the other data types or initially the main data types which we have defined, that is nothing but the user defined, or you can say system defined data types, I am not considering. I am directly taking the object as my data type and mentioning the string or integer value. Similarly, you can define with the float also. So this type of data types, what I am considering, it is an object types And similar, what is the reference type? The reference type is nothing but I am giving a reference, or two variables can refer with the same object. Therefore, the operation on one variable can affect the object reference by the other variable. So same, what the reference will give, the directly, instead of giving this directly naming, directly I am putting the values to my data. So instead of that doing, what I will go just a reference I will provide for my object or for my variable, isn't it? So similarly, I have created one more example. So just wait, I will execute this program. What I have taken, this part is already provided with you by the system. So instead of taking what I have taken in the main method, I have taken that directly the numbers and message, just a simple program in order to define my object type. So, and write line in order to display the message and number, and read line in order to stuck my output window to my screen. That's why I have taken the read line operation. Read line, you can say the command I have given, or you can give the read key also. You can give read key. I will write here. I get console. Yes, you can see console dot read key. Yeah. And sorry. So with this also you can take the output. Okay. Now what the reference type? Reference is nothing but just a variable has given the reference to of the, not directly the value, but the references of that particular value of that object, So that only I have defined over here. Simultaneously, we will go for the execution also, and you can see the, just wait a minute. I think I have not, is output clearly visible? I have taken this output also for it. Is this output is visible? Just reply me in the chat. Just reply me in the chat whether the output is visible. Is output visible? Reply me. Yes, anybody in the chat can reply whether the output is visible or not. Not visible. Okay, fine. Wait. Now it is visible. Say something. Okay, fine. This is actual output. I will just close this window. Now for the reference type, again I have taken one new program. So I will open with it. Project solution with the reference name type. Reference type. Okay. Will open that program. Here what I have given, I have taken the reference parameter and also the using system.text. Instead of using system only, what I have given, I have just used, so you can clear here itself like this. But it will give you some error. Why? Because the reference type has taken the object as its reference. So what I will provide with the text. Instead of taking only the system, I will provide with the text. Now here I have taken the reference type as a project name and the class name is a program as it is. In the main method, what I have given actual the value, referred value, that is maybe you I have taken a cube and I have reflected the cube area. I have reflected a cube area, but in the main method I had declared the cube values which should be get reflected with the original, but I have given the reference to something. What the reference? Because here in the reference, that is nothing but I have called a parameterized method, or you can say a class I have called with a void cube, public void cube, and it is kept as a static. So you can consider it as only non-static also, no problem. But while I have taken the static because I don't want to change the value of that cube. So instead of in the main method, I have directly taken the exact value. You can given you can also give that user input also. And here in this, I have referred the integer num as a reference. In main method, I have taken this method I have called over in the main method. This parameters, what methods I have declared here in the main method, I have declared the int num as it is, which is going to reflect what value? It is going to reflect the multiplication of this 3. Because cube I have taken, so I have taken the area I need to calculate. So I have given the num value and then its multiplication, and instead of giving the direct value or direct multiplication in main method, I have given first I have called a class, and that method in a class I called a method, and that method is parameterized. That method is parameterized, but I have given the reference to which it is reflecting in your main method. So in main method, what I have given the value as a 9. So that 9 value will get reflected over for your this static method. And like that, this is nothing but your reference type in your C hash, in your C hash. So similarly, we will make an execution. And here, what I have given console.write, instead of write line, you can give the write also. So it will directly take the value and it will print the same. So then I have taken the reference original, because the original, what is the integer value original? I need to get it reflected from the reference type. It reflected from the reference type I have taken, and simply I need to present, or I need to give the value of original whatever I am going to receive the answer. And lastly, console.readline, in order to stuck my output window, on my screen. So I have taken the console.readline. I will just make it. Yeah, the current value of original is 9. Yes, the current value of original is 9, and its index is 0 because only one value I have given. So it is presenting with me. I have taken also the index value because it is showing me that the index reference value is 0 for that particular single value. Okay, now the current value of the original is 729. That is nothing but the multiplication, whatever the execution of your current number, 9 into 9 into 9, will reflect you with answer, that is 729. This is the just a reference type we are using in our C hash. Okay, now the next point in this chapter is inheritance. So basically inheritance, what it goes for, it is nothing but it will show makes you the sense, that is which one object acquires all the properties and behavior of its parents object, which is get its inherit by automatically, means such as the parents, whatever the parents behavior is, it is similar to in also in the child. Yeah, so these are some inheritance, that is inherit properties we are going to see in our C hash. Similar in OOPS concept, what type of inheritance we had gone through, the same type or same concept we are going to deal in C hash. So there are some advantages I have given here. So what is the advantages of the C hash for inheritance? So we can use the code, that is nothing but the code reusability. Now you can reuse the members of your parent class, so there is no need to define the members again. And so the less code is required in the class. Instead of calling again and again the same code, we can go for the code reusability with the help of inheritance. Again, single and multi-level inheritance we are going to see. Multiple, is it possible? Yes, multiple inheritance. Is it possible in C hash or in, is it available in the OOPS concept? And if so, how we are going to use? Yes, anybody can reply through chat. If anybody knows how we are going to reply the multiple inheritance, because single and multiple level, it is applicable with the inheritance. But if I want to go for multiple, how I'm going to go? Reply. If anybody knows, you can reply with the chat. Okay, fine. No problem. We will go with one by one, the single, then multi-level, then multiple. So when one class inherits another class, it is just a single inheritance, or you can say single level inheritance. And when I'm saying that one class inherits another class, and which is again further inherited by another class. So this is nothing but the one by one by one. That is the some basic more levels. We are not going for only one level, but we are saying that it is a multiple level. Okay, so and finally when we are saying that these class are getting inherited multiple times, yes, it is getting with multiple times, and it is in the form of your levels, in the form of your levels, then that we called it as a multi-level inheritance. So one by one we will see what is single inheritance with an example. Okay, fine. I will open, just I will close this. It will make me open my project. Yeah, fine. Is the code is visible? Inheritance? Yes. Just say yes, no. Okay, fine. Now, what we had done in inheritance actually, when it as inheritance allows us in order to create a new class from an existing class, and it is a key feature of your OOPS concept. It is a key feature of your OOPS concept. Means the class from which when a new class is created is known as a base class. So what actually the main class definition, where I'm generating a new class, then the first one or the new one, we called it as a, the new class which is going to be created, we called it as a base class. And or you can call it as a parent or a super class, parent or a super class. And the new class is called derived class from that super class or the parent class. So we called it as a child class. So simply concept, first you consider for first class, whichever the new class we are going to create, it is base class or a parent class. And whenever I'm going to derive from the same, when I'm going to derive from the same, it is called as a child class. Okay, so what I have given here in example, I have taken one class, that is, it is a base class. I have mentioned over here, it is a base class name as an animal. Okay, so a basic class, and in that I am going to create some other, that is nothing but the child. Some child classes I am also going to inherit. Yes, so here a base class includes one method, that is nothing but I have just given a method called as a name, string name I have called. Okay, and I instead of that, just I need to display I am an animal I have taken. In that method, what I have given one method again I have called in that, that is nothing but the reference I have given for that method, that is nothing but I need to print only I am an animal. Okay, now this was my actual base class, and here what I have given, I have derived one more class from the base class. So how I have represented over here, I have created a class named as a dog. That is nothing but the child class. That is nothing but it is a child class. And which is denoting, what it is denoting, it is derived from my main, or you can say parent class, which is animal, which is animal. Are you getting my point? That is class, one of the class I have created that is nothing but the class. You can see here what it is representing, class inheritance, that is dog. That is nothing but I have derived from the main class, and main class name is animal. Main class name is animal. Here I have taken one method, that is get name, and here I have printed whatever the name you want, you can print over here. Whatever the name you want, you can print over here. Here the main class I have taken, main class. Then here main method called name of that object, because I need to create this class object in my main method. I need to create, because if I have not, I'm not going to create object of the this class, derived class, it will show me an error. It will show me an error. So what I have taken, object of derived class I have considered over for my main method. I have considered here it in the main method, the object of my derived class. Object of a derived class I have taken. Now I have given the name to that particular whatever the access field and method of the base class. I have given the name and asked him to display, because only in the main, or you can say in the child parent class, I have given a command of display. So it is going to show me that method, show me that method. So like I have given the display command, show me this name. Yeah. And I have considered that is the access method from the base class or my main class. That is my main class. Which is my main class? This is my actual main class from derived one, which I have called here, which I have called here. So that condition I have also considered, and for stucking my output window, I have taken the console.readline. So this is nothing but only one class I have derived. Only one class I have derived from my main class. That is nothing but the class animal I have derived only one. This is nothing but it is a single inheritance. This is nothing but it is a single inheritance. Okay, are you getting? Again, I will repeat in short. This is my base class, or you can say parent. And parent मध्ये मी काय केले, डॉग हा चाइल्ड घेतला. एनिमल मध्ये सगळेच येतात, मग त्यातला एक चाइल्ड मी घेतला, दॅट इज नथिंग बट डॉग. आणि तो असं म्हणजे जेव्हा मी रिफ्लेक्ट करते तर मी त्यावेळेस असं लिहिणार नाही की तो मेथड कॉल करून मी परत तिथे रिफ्लेक्ट करणार आहे. डायरेक्टली विथ द हेल्प ऑफ कोलन I can show that is it is derived from one of the base class, one of the base class. मग मी इथं काय केले की एनिमल हा जो माझा बेस क्लास आहे, और यू कॅन से पॅरेंट, त्याच्यातून तो डिराइव्ह केलाय म्हणून सांगितले. नाव डिराइव्ह केल्यानंतर मी काय केलं, इथं या क्लासमध्ये दोन मेथड्स मी कॉल केलेले. एक स्ट्रिंग नेम, टेक द नेम अँड डिस्प्ले इट. दॅट दोन मेथड मी कॉल केलेत विदाउट रिटर्निंग नो एनी व्हॅल्यू. रिटर्न एनी व्हॅल्यू you can consider, or if you don't want you can give directly. So if I am calling this, I need to create some conditions over here. So what I have done की दोन जे मी डिराइव्ह केलेला चाइल्ड क्लास आहे त्याच्यात मी एक मेथड कॉल केली गेट नेम. त्याच्यात मी काय लिहिलं की माय नेम इज, यू हॅव टू प्रिंट एनिथिंग. सो आणि त्या मेन मेथड मध्ये मी काय केलं की या जे मी काय कॉल केलेला आहे डिराइव्ह क्लास त्याचा ऑब्जेक्ट क्रिएट केला. ओके, ऑब्जेक्ट कसा केला, कशात पाहिजे मला की डॉगची कुठली तरी एखादी त्याला एक नेम दिलं, डॉग डी ऑल्सो यू कॅन गिव्ह इक्वल्स टू न्यू डॉग. दॅट ह्या ऑब्जेक्ट मध्ये तुम्ही काय केले, क्रिएट केला ऑब्जेक्ट. नंतर त्याच्यानंतर मी काय केलं की डिस्प्ले करा, नेम असेल स्ट्रिंग जे काय नेम आहे ती, आणि त्याच्यानंतर ती मेथड कॉल करा. कोणती की माय नेम इज शुड बी गेट डिस्प्लेड, माय नेम इज शुड बी गेट डिस्प्लेड. अँड लास्टली काय केलंय की ती जी काही विंडो आहे ती स्टक व्हायला पाहिजे. Okay, so are you getting my point? How the single inheritance works? इथपर्यंत कळलंय का काय केलंय? रिप्लाय देत चला. इथपर्यंत कळलंय का काय केलंय आपण? सिंगल इनहेरिटन्स कळलाय का काय केलंय? फक्त एकच क्लास आपण डिराइव्ह केलाय, मल्टिपल नाही. येस, okay, so I will just execute what it will show you. It will show I am an animal because the string whatever I have giving here, whatever the I am string I have firstly given in the main class, it is showing me. And lastly, what it is showing, my name is what I have given here name as a Lucy. That is nothing but it is showing me something like that. It's my name. So if you want to change this name, you can go for it. If you don't want to change, you can keep as it is. And this program also I am going to share with you for your understanding purpose also. Is it okay? Yeah, fine. So we will move further with the second concept, that is what it is. It is multi level. Multi level. I will just open. So we'll just perform what is multi level then. Just wait a minute. It's multi level. So okay, we'll make a new program, new project. We'll show over here how the multi level will go for. Okay. So in the paint, I will show. Okay, no problem. I will go with checking for a whiteboard. Okay, let it be. I will go with the paint. So what the paint I will do. So what is actually the content, or whatever I am saying, that is nothing but the multi-level. And this is nothing but what I am saying, that this is my class. Suppose I'm taking a text. This is A. Here I will take B, and here I will take C. So I will make it. Okay, what I have done, I have taken the consideration like this. What? So I am going to make some conditions, like I am going to inherit something. What I am going to inherit and how I am going to inherit. Okay. So like this, I am going to inherit it A, B, and C. So what is this? Nothing but the multi-level. So from the class C, I am going to inherit B, and B is the nothing but. So A is my parent class. A is my parent class. You can consider over here. This is my parent class. A is nothing but my parent class, and B and C are my child class. B and C are my, these are child class. Okay. So similarly, what I'm going to do in the multi-level. So this is nothing but this process is going to be happen in multi-level. Now, when I'm saying that there is again another types. So there are more types, but here we are considering for only two, that is single and multi-level. There are also hierarchical, there are also multiple and hybrid inheritance also in C hash. But typically when we considered for this method, then we have to go with overloading and overriding method also. In order to acquire the multiple inheritance, I need to provide overriding. I need to provide overriding. And that condition we are considering for our main method. That is, we are considering for our main method. And similarly, when we am saying that the consideration for the overloading is a different one. So the output also whatever we are getting is also different. Yeah. So what we will go for? We will take one method for multi-level inheritance in C hash. So I will give the project name as multi-level. Multi-level. Okay. So I will just create it. Yeah. Now here, what I will do, simply here from the space itself, we will go for just wait a minute. We'll create some methods. So same process we will follow. Similarly, what I will go, I will make it a public class animal itself. Yeah. Now what I will give, I will call one method, that is nothing but one method I will call here public void. One method, I'm sorry, void eat. This is one method I have called. Just taking one consideration, that is nothing but this is my parent class. This is my parent class, and in that method what I have given, in this class I have taken one method, that is eat, and here I am calling one, like you can say console dot write line. I will just give a, what we can say, right, eating. It is eating. This string I have passed itself. Okay, fine. Now for your confirmation, just understanding, and what I will give is a base class, I will say. Okay, just wait, just moving. Now over, this class has been created and it has been overed with this method. Now in my class, what I will go with, yes, in my animal I have created one method, and in that method I have given some conditions. Now what I will go, I will take here one again a child class. Now this will be a child class. Child one, I will say child one. So that is public, or directly you can say class dog colon, it is derived from animal. Is it okay? Now here I have calling one method. Here I have calling one method which is called as a public void var. Okay. So this method has been called, and here what I have giving it as a just console dot write line, will say it is var. Okay. Okay, this is child one I have called, and now what I will go for, I will again called one more method which is going to be the class of this dog class. The child 2 करना है, that will be going to be inherit your child 1. That going to be inherit your child 1. Okay, in this class itself. That here itself I will call which one? Maybe take a dog name, any dog name, or you can consider a baby dog. We can define or derive from the class dog. So you can say class from dog. Yeah. Now this is one of your class I have taken, and in that what I am going to write, I have called one method more here. It is public void. We'll say it will method. Which method we should call? Okay, just wait. Okay, you can share. Dipti, you share that link. I think I was taken that something different. You share that. Okay, now what I will do, I have taken, this is one of my again derived class from this main. Yeah, now what I am taking, considering one more method in this, we'll take read, bark, and slip. We will take slip, one of the method, and consider it as, similarly in that I will write console dot write line in that bracket I'm sleeping. We'll say I am sleeping. So this string I have passed. What I have given here, I will just mention above it. That is nothing but child 2. Okay. So it is derived from this class, and this class is again derived from this class. So this is nothing but this is multi-level. Now we will go for the main method, where it is in the main method. We'll have the main method right over here. Considered in the main method, we will call here this program. Okay, just wait, I will take this whole content. Paste it. Okay, inside the your inherited class, I have taken this class name main method. In main method, what I will do, I will create an object of the child 1. Yeah, and sorry, the object of your child 2 will be created, and the methods called in the child 1 and in the main method, or you can say in parent class, we will ask here or we will assign here. So how I'm going to write, that is nothing but it will say me baby dog will create an object that is d1 equals to new, yes, baby dog. Yeah, fine. Now this is my actual method or object of my derived class child 2. Now I'm going to call from that class d1 dot. So it will show me some of the methods which are already been. So first method is the bark. Yeah. So which one was the first one? That is nothing but the eat method was there. Bark is second one, and sleep is the last one. So I will take eat. Is it present? Yes, it is present. So what I will do, I will just call. Now second method, what it was? It was sleep. No, it was bark. Sorry, bark method I have taken. Okay, and last one d1 dot, it is sleep. So I have taken that methods with the curly bracket, round bracket. I have stopped it, and simultaneously I have taken into consideration. So we will consider, we will check whether it is executing or not. Yeah, and simply just wait a minute, I will check whether it is giving me the appropriate lines or not. First one, second, third parameter, last one. Okay, fine. Just I will save it. We will check whether it is executing or showing me an error. Okay, it is executed. What was remain? Was remain from my side, that is console dot read key. Take, because it is not stucking my output on the screen, so I am not able to read the answers. Okay, it is sleeping, it is barking, and I am sleeping. So like this, it is a multi-level. If you want to go for, there will be an assignment for you. That is, you have to go with multi-level. Already I have shown you the multi-level. Now the multiple and for hybrid, you can go for, but these two are most important in C hash, that is single inheritance and multi-level inheritance. Multiple, you have to override with that methods and you have to go for it. Okay, this will be the assignment for you, and simultaneously I will give you the lab tests, lab journal also. So you will go for it, and you have to take the, what we can say, you have to execute that programs in different manner, isn't it? Okay, so is it clear what is multi-level? Multi-level is nothing but what I have done. This is my main class animal, and I have taken one first child that is named with a dog. That is nothing but in animal one parameter, or you can say child 1, and the child 1 is again inheriting someone. and in that dog it is said that it is a baby dog. So it is inherited from this child 1, that is child 2, and you can say it is the child of this child 1, but it is inherited inside the child 1 class, and the one child 1 is again inherited in your main, or you can say parent class of an animal. And in the main method, what I have done, only the methods whatever the I have called in the class, that methods I have just written. But how? By taking the object of my inherited class child 2, I have created first object, and then I have provided the methods for each one. And lastly, in order to stuck my window, in order to see the output, I have taken the console.read key. Is it okay? Fine? Is it fine? Let me know fast. This is most important part, because these oops concepts later on we are not going to repeat. So the third chapter is most important. Okay, now inheritance we had gone through. Now we will see here what is the interface and abstract class. Inheritance we had seen the single inheritance and multi-level inheritance, sorry. And then we are going for the interface and abstract class. How? So when we are saying that interface and abstract class, so it is totally different. When we are providing interface, it is nothing but we are providing the full abstraction. And when I'm saying that abstract class, it does not provide your full abstraction. It is how it is declared, used to create your abstract class with the keyword name as an abstract. We are using a keyword abstract for an interface keyword for creating an interface. This is only main difference. That is, while creating abstract class, what we are going to do, we are going to use the keyword abstract, and while I'm going to use the interface, I'm going to use the keyword interface. Okay, now in abstract class we have fields, we can have fields, but in interface we don't have that fields. And also when implementation, so some of its methods are already the members, but interfaces, it does not have any implementation or if any having members in your class. Again, the abstract class members can have an access modifier. Yes, public, private, protected, these access modifiers you can use, go for, but interface can't have an access modifier. We have to make them provided with our own methods when we are going to call it. Then abstract class members can be private by default, which can be changed. Yes, that is nothing but default access modifier, whether we are going to provide. So here in abstract class, the members can be provided by the default, which can be changed also. And interface, when I'm saying interface, then members can be public by default, which cannot be changes. Here I can't change that default members or default public members. Okay, is it inherited from the another abstract class, or inherit means interface, is it inherited? So what is the answer? That is, abstract class can inherit from another abstract class or another interface, but in interface we can inherit from another interface only. We can inherit the interface from another interface only. Yeah, and here the last question was inherit from another abstract class or interface. So interface मध्ये काय की आपण फक्त त्याच्याच इंटरफेस मधलेच आपण इनहेरिट करू शकतो, बट abstract क्लास मध्ये तसं नाही. तुम्ही abstract क्लास मधनं पण इनहेरिट करू शकता आणि इंटरफेस मधले पण तुम्ही इनहेरिट करू शकता. तसंच abstract क्लास मध्ये नाही. abstract क्लास मध्ये करू शकता पण इंटरफेस मध्ये नाही. Okay, so this is all about interface and abstract class. So we'll check out with an example what is actual the abstract and interface class. Close this. It is provided with the project of an abstract class. Sorry, open with some project. It is present over here. Interface class. Okay. Yeah, fine. It is present over here. Abstract class. something different. Okay, fine, we will go with it. Okay, I think it is somewhat different. We'll check for it. Wait a minute. Yeah, this is the actual program. What I will do, I will just make this as a startup project. It as a startup project. Set as a startup project. Okay, fine. So what we will do, what I have given here in abstract class, I have taken already I have given you means आधी सांगितले की आपण जेव्हा abstract class define करतो तर ती keyword use करून आपण define करतो. ओके, तर आता इथं काय केलंय की एक abstract class मी define केलाय with the name of a bank, just a bank. ओके, एक class name घेतला bank, तुम्ही काही घेऊ शकता, असं काही नाही की तिथे काही different घ्यायला पाहिजे. Now public abstract class आणि हे काय class name आहे त्याचा. Yes, now with the key we use of the keyboard with the use of a keyword abstract, I am calling an abstract class. How it is calling? So one method I have called over here which is withdraw. With it withdraw. Now I have taken another class again which is inherited. Yes, which is inherited with the main class. That is nothing but what I have done. इथे एक सिंगल इनहेरिटन्स केलेला आहे तसं दिसेल तुम्हाला, बट इथे सिंगल इनहेरिटन्स कन्सेप्ट इनहेरिटन्स कन्सेप्ट आहे. बिकॉज मी काय करू शकते त्याच क्लास मधले इनहेरिट पण करू शकते और अदर क्लास मध्ये, कारण मी इथे ऍब्स्ट्रॅक्ट कीवर्ड यूज नाही केलेला. मी इथे ऍब्स्ट्रॅक्ट कीवर्ड यूज केलाय का? नाही. मी काय केलंय फक्त क्लास जनरेट केलाय विच इज अगेन चाइल्ड वन. फॉर युअर रेफरन्स व्हाट आय विल गो, I will write here, that is sorry, I will consider it as a child one. Okay, you can consider for child one. This is only one. Yes bank एक घेतलेली आहे आणि नो बँक एक घेतलेली आहे. मी दोन बँक्स घेतलेल्या आहेत विदिन द सेम. त्यांच्या क्लास मध्ये मी डिराइव्ह नाही केलेलं, बस जस्ट मी काय केलंय की ह्या मेन क्लास मध्ये मी फक्त तो ऍक्सेस प्रोव्हाइड केलेला आहे की मी ह्यांच्याकडून काढलेला आहे, ह्या क्लास मधून मी घेतलेले आहेत, या क्लास मधून मी इनहेरिट केलेले आहेत. या मेन क्लास मधनं मी हे दोन्ही इनहेरिट केलेले आहेत आणि तिथे जे मेथड्स आहेत ते सेम आहेत. You can see here the methods I have called in abstract class is withdraw, which is same, and with the keyword that is nothing but override. What I am taking override because I am making this method again and repetition. It is repeated. So for that purpose what I have taken, the method is called with the keyword override. With the keyword override. Override आणि overloading हे दोन्ही कन्सेप्ट बघणार आहेत आपण, तो वन बाय वन. सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल जस्ट कीप इन माइंड इट इज taking the same method again repeated, so I am taking override. Yeah, this method is again calling the same method, that is withdraw. Same method आहे आणि त्यात मी काय मेन्शन केलंय की जस्ट यू हॅव टू प्रिंट withdrawing the cash from the yes bank. जस्ट एवढीच एक मी स्ट्रिंग पास केली आहे. दिस शुड बी माय आउटपुट. This should be my output for my abstract class. Then what I have taken, second one, this is nothing but again, this is again the second child. Just wait a minute, I will write here child 2. Yeah, so this is also I am not inheriting in the yes bank. इथे yes bank मध्ये मी no bank नाही घेतलेली, काय केलंय सेपरेट घेतलेलं आहे. पण कुणामध्ये घेतलेलं आहे, मी या abstract क्लास मध्येच फक्त डिफाइन करणार आहे. ऍब्स्ट्रॅक्ट क्लासच मी एक पॅरामीटर इथं डिफाइन करणार आहे. का इथं दिसतंय, कारण मी काय केलंय इनहेरिट कुणाकडून केलंय, मेन क्लास कोणता आहे माझा, बँक. त्या बँकच्या थ्रू मी काय केलंय विथ द यूज ऑफ कोलन, जस्ट विथ द यूज ऑफ कोलन आय हॅव टेकन कन्सिडर्ड इट ऍज द वन ऑफ अ चाइल्ड ऑफ माय मेन क्लास. मग या इथं पण मी काय केली, तीच मेथड मी कॉल केलेली आहे. कोणती, मेन ऍब्स्ट्रॅक्ट क्लास मध्ये कोणती मेथड कॉल केली मी, विथड्रॉची. मी इथं पण काय केलंय, विथड्रॉचीच मेथड मी कॉल केली आहे अँड इट इज अगेन गिवन द यूज विथ द कीवर्ड ओव्हरराइड बिकॉज इट इज रिपीटेड. इट कॅन बी शो मी एरर. जर मी हे काढून टाकलं काय करेल ते बघा, इट विल शो मी सम एरर. व्हॉट इट इज शोइंग मी, yes bank dot withdraw hides inherited member, that is bank dot withdraw, because bank मध्ये ऑलरेडी तू इथं मेन्शन केलेला आहे म्हणून सांगते तुम्हाला. देन इथं पण error दाखवेल because it is not implemented and it is not inherited from the extract member. It is showing me some error, and for that purpose what I have taken, I have just called an override method, and after taking the override it is removing that error, because I can call that method from the abstract class in this class also, in this child class also. Okay, now what did just I have taken a string, that is withdraw cash from this bank also, which what is the name of that bank? That is no bank. Now this is my project name. In the main method what I have done, in main method, this is my main method. Already what I have given here, only I have declared the class and the methods in that class. Okay, now in the main method what I have done, simple, the main class, or we can say the parent class object we have created, and simply we add taken the consideration the method which is called for both the banks. Yes, now this bank, you can say here you have written bank, here written you have yes bank. So simply you can consider here, if I am taking the yes bank and B I am presenting, just wait a minute, I will make it home. So we'll see what type of error it is showing me. Okay, is it showing me an error or no? Yeah, now what this will do, it will only execute, this statement only execute the method which are present in yes bank. And what it is in yes bank, which method it is a withdraw. So it will consider your, yes, it is considering your withdraw for this purpose itself. But for no bank, again you need to go for that particular object of that bank. That is nothing but you have to consider no bank, then object name, and new equals to no bank. So instead of doing these all things repeatedly, what I will do, just wait a minute. What I have done, I have directly taken the bank. Yes, what I have done, sorry, with my access. Okay, is it lagging? They reply me, is it lagging? Okay, I am able to see, but you are not able to see. Okay, काय केले मी इथं, बँक डायरेक्टली मी जे ऍबस्ट्रॅक्ट क्लास घेतलेला आहे त्याचेच इनपुट, म्हणजे त्याचेच ऍक्च्युअली घेतलेले आहेत, जो ऑब्जेक्ट क्रिएट केलाय तो ऍबस्ट्रॅक्ट क्लासचा केलेला आहे. सो दॅट व्हॉट इट विल डू, it will directly consider the object for all the banks which are under it, with the same method. So it will not consider only for the yes bank, or it will not consider only for the no bank. It will consider for both these banks. So that's why what I have, while taking this consideration, I have just taken the bank and I have inherited with the yes bank and no bank and called the methods. So what it will show me some conditions like that. See here. Okay, withdrawing cash from yes bank and withdrawing cash from no bank. So both the strings are visible. Okay, so this is what the method abstract is. So इथे abstract मध्ये काय आहे की एक benefit काय आहे की इथं जो मेन मी क्लास घेतलेला आहे तोच मी इथं ओव्हरराइड केलेला आहे. सेम मेथड, जो मेथड मी इथं कॉल केलेली आहे withdraw ची, it is nothing but the abstract method called for the your class bank, and same method I can override for my multiple banks under that abstract class. And after creating the main for object of a main class itself, I can call these both banks class also, or you can say the objects of this class, or you can say the method of this class also I can call. Fine. Now we will see what is interface. So how it is different from the abstract class, how it is different from what I have done. Just we'll see here with the same. We'll open the program CS for abstract also, interface also. So here, what I have done, I have taken the same example. I have taken the same example for interface also. Okay, just wait. I will make it as a setup as a project. Start a project. So, okay, what I have done, I have taken the keyword difference काय आहे पहिले starting पासून की method call केलेली आहे using system, class name declare केलेला आहे same bank, but keyword कोणता यूज केलाय interface. कीवर्ड कोणता यूज केलाय इंटरफेस आणि या इंटरफेस मध्ये एक मेथड कॉल केली that is only just a withdraw and nothing has been passed over here. I have not called, but this is a method signature declaration. You can call it as a method signature declaration. I have not called nothing in that, only called declared one method in my interface. That is nothing but that is bank. Now the second one is nothing but the yes bank and no bank. In that also what I have taken here, I have not taken the override keyword. आपण abstract मध्ये override keyword घेतला होता, पण इथे आपण घेतलेला नाही का तर बघू आता तिथे जर मी override लिहिलं तर काय सांगते चेक करू. What it is saying, this method or yes bank dot withdraw, no suitable method found to override. Why? Because here I have taken only void and it is showing that naming rule violation is happening, but it is considering with your method only. This is only a signature declaration. Okay, now here this interface will not abstract this method. This method is not getting abstracted from your interface class. So it is showing me an error. Now same condition is applied for your second bank, that is no bank. And I have taken the same method, that is withdraw, and passed some condition over there. Some conditions, some strings I have passed, and simply when I have created in the main method, or you can say in main method, same conditions we had provided. Just what is the difference between the abstract and interface? In abstract, we had called these methods with some specific keyword, that is nothing but the abstract class. We had called with an abstract class, and in interface, we are not calling with the name as this method, which are in the interface. We are not calling with the interface keyword. We directly putting the values, or you can say putting the methods directly with return value or no return value. Okay, so and simply when I'm calling with the other classes, or you can say child class, that time I'm not using the override because it is not taking me into the interface. It is directly declaring me that you are just a class you had created and you have called a method, and which is not going to be override. This is only the interface keywords difference difference between your abstract keyword and interface keyword. Okay, so just it is also going to show me the same object we have created for the interface, and which will give me the answer for the same, the two banks, yes bank and no bank. Okay, so we'll execute. Let's see what is the answer it is showing me. The same answer it is going to present over me, that is withdrawing cash from one bank that and withdrawing cash from the second bank. Is it clear what is abstract and what is interface? Is it clear? Shall we move further? Is it clear the difference between the, what we can say, the interface and abstract class? Just reply in chat. Yeah, fine. Okay. So this is only the actual difference. That is the keywords we are using and the override methods we are using. These are some of the difference in main, that is the main, that is abstract and interface. Now the second, or you can say the next point, is the polymorphism. So this is one of the, what we had seen right now. We had gone through object and reference type. So I directly, instead of using the data types, what kind I can use the object as a data type, reference as a data type for referring the parameters. Yes, instead of using the data types, I can use object and reference as a data type for my parameters. Then we have gone through the inheritance. What actually the inheritance is? Inheritance is nothing but it is a process in which one object acquires all the properties and behavior of its parent's object. And similarly, we can use that code without writing it number of times. Without writing the number of times, I can go for the reusability. Again, simply we gone through the types also, that is single and multi-level, and multiple will be for your assignment purpose. Okay, while you are going for the lab manual, that time you have to perform the perform the execution of an experiment or a statement. You have to perform with that example. Okay, now what we had done in the inheritance, the single, when we are calling single means only one class is inherited from the another class, and that class is called as a super class, or you can call it as a parent class or base class. And whatever I am deriving means from the parent class, whatever I am deriving, I can call it as a child class. Okay, if one time I'm doing, it is called as a single inheritance. And if I'm going for the multi-line or multi-level type, is nothing but when I'm deriving from the main class, and from that child again I'm deriving the second class. From that child again I'm repeating the same statement, from the main, or you can say from the parent, if I'm deriving, it is the first child. And with that first child, if again I'm deriving, then it is the second child of that first child. So this is nothing but it is a multi-level. With the help of the diagram in the paint, I have shown you how A is your parent, this is child 1, and again I am deriving from this child 1, I am deriving child 2, or child C is deriving. So this is nothing but your multi-level inheritance. Okay. Now the next point what we had seen, that is abstract and interface. So what is actually the difference between the abstract and interface? So interface, with the basic idea, that is you have to use the keyword interface, and for abstract class you have to use abstract keyword. And simply when I'm going to call the abstract, then it can inherit the interface members also, or your abstract members also. But in interface, what we don't interface the other members, that is which are abstract, we can't interface. So again, when I'm calling the main method, the method in the abstract class, so I need to provide with the override keyword when I'm going for the next deriving class, or you can call it as an abstract class, whatever I am calling, that time I need to use the override keyword in before the method I am going to call, before the method. And during interface, I am not able to use that override method, because it is not allowing me to access that, because it is by default and we cannot be changed that methods, and it can only inherit your abstract method, or you can say only the interface method can be inherited, not the abstract class methods. And simply I don't have the access modifier I can provide, it can't have an access modifier. So in the abstract class I can provide the access modifier, but in the interface I have not provided. You can see here with the example again, here I have not provided any access specifier. Yes, you can see here I have not provided any access specifier. Okay, now the next point we are moving further. Just I have taken a repetition. Now before moving further, we'll first of all take an overview what is polymorphism. What are the types of polymorphism, means what is static and what is dynamic, and later on we are moving further for method overloading and operator overloading, again for dynamic overriding method. Overriding, this keyword we already used in the abstract class. This keyword override we had already used in the abstract class. So simply what we will go, what is actually the polymorphism, first we will see, and later on we will go for static and dynamic, and in that then further we will see what is method overloading or operator overloading, you can say. And it will be considered when I'm saying overloading means loading, that is will be always a static or a compile time polymorphism. That will be compulsory, you can consider it as a static or a compile time. Yes, polymorphism. And when I'm saying dynamic, that time you consider it as an override or runtime. Override or runtime. So we'll see theoretically. First of all, polymorphism. So what is polymorphism? Yes, it is one of the OOPS concept, and already it has been done by you itself in second year. Is it? Anybody knows what is polymorphism? Yes. So I will repeat. That is, polymorphism is the ability of an object to means of a different types in order to provide a unique interface for different implementation of methods, and it is usually used in the context of, it is used mostly, that is in context of binding. You can say binding when we are saying, that time we are using, and where this behavior of this object also respond to its call, that is methods. Whenever I am calling, here I have shown you one example with this. Here you can see I have shown you one class. This is nothing but the main method, how it is accessing the other people or your other class. Yes, this is the example of your static or a compile time polymorphism. This is nothing but the compile time. It is nothing but ability, multiple forms we are going to execute, multiple forms we are going to execute. That is nothing but you are in polymorphism. And simply when polymorphism, consider its programming. When we are providing the polymorphism, it is nothing but we are means form one or any other, you can say fundamental concepts you can consider for your OOPS concepts, along with the encapsulation, because encapsulation is nothing but your wrapping of data. Yes, so here the static means the type of polymorphisms are static and dynamic. So when I'm saying static, it means something it is at constant time, or you can say it is not. With the help of the static word, you can consider that it is early binding. Yes, it is also known as an early binding, or method overloading is also example of this static binding or static polymorphism. So the same functions or your methods having the same name but different signatures. We are different signatures is nothing but different parameters I am going to provide in the same method. Suppose I am calling an addition method. Yeah, a class name is a test data. What I have given over here, in the main method I have called some objects of some class, what which I have already declared before my main method. So what is that? One class I have created, that is test data, name test data. Inside that I have called two methods. Inside that I have called two methods, but with different, because it will not access the two methods, same method with the same name, same method with the same name. What I have done then changes, I have taken different parameters. I have taken different parameters over here. You can see here I have taken one method, that is public int add. Yeah, and again same method I have called with the same name, with the same name, that is public add int a and int b. But here what are the parameters? Their parameters are int a, int b and int c. The parameters are different, but the methods or the class whatever we had called, it is same over here, that is add and add. Okay, here what I have written, a plus b plus c, and here I have written only a plus b. Here I have created the object of this test data, that is test data class, or you can say DC equals to new test data, and here I have called with the same, that is int add 2 or add 1, whatever the methods we have, with the same class name, or you can say same method name, and the same parameters have been passed. So with the example it will be very much easy to get the idea. Is my voice audible? Means properly? Reply. Saying something. Set up a sub audio. Is it clearly audible? Just take 1 minute. Yeah, fine. Okay. We'll see the program of a poly. Here I have taken to show you the same content I have taken. Here I have taken test data and called. Suppose if I am called the same method, it will showing me some error. Yeah, what it is showing me, because test data already defines a member called add with the same parameter types. So here what I have just changed, I have taken more parameters. I have taken more parameters, means this is, it's having the same method name, but the parameters are different. The parameters are different, means the parameter size is different, because here taken 3 parameters, here taken only 2 parameters. So it is not going to show me error. And simply I have gone through with some taken addition, add 2 and add 1. This is nothing but when I am calling this data class, what I have taken these conditions, add 1 and add 2. If I have not taken this type of what we can say here itself. So what it will going to, it means going to show me some error it is saying, because already I have defined that local variable and its scope is also defined. Then why you are defining again with the same name? So it is asked me to take 1 for it, and here as 1. Okay, so simply you can take the same class name, or the method name, whatever you have given here, but when you are going to declare with the other one, but the parameters you had defined are for this one, because 2 parameters are defined in this add. So you can give the 2 parameters, and here I have declare 3 parameters, and simply I have given here the 3 parameters. Okay, just wait a minute. Okay, fine. Now what we will do, we'll just execute. Just let me see whether it has been taken into consideration with add and add 1. Yeah, fine. So we will see whether it is executing or we have to change. Oh, sorry. What was wrong? Because I have taken the interface class as my setup as project. So set as a startup project, I need to make polystatic, because I am executing this program. So it is going to show me the exact result of this program itself. So in order to make that, because in this project I have taken number of projects over here. So I need to build up as a startup project for this polystatic. So now I will execute. It will show me the result. Yeah. Now what was the actual content for int A, B and C? That is nothing but, sorry, here I have. Okay, save it as 45 and 34. Only the 2 additions has been taken, because here C parameter was missing from my side. Okay, it is showing me the output, that is 146 and 57. 146 and 57, because the total of 45, 34 and 67 is 146, and 23 and 34 it is 57. Is it clear what is a static form? Yes, static condition is you have to give the class name, no problem, any class name you can give, and also the method you are declaring can be same, no problem, but the parameters you are going to pass should be different. If you are providing with the same method name, then you have to provide with the different parameters value in that method. In that method, the same method name can be possible, but you have to pass the different parameters over there. That is nothing but your polymorphism, and this is a static way. If I want to go with a dynamic way, if I want to go with a dynamic way, so it was nothing but the condition of your overloading. Method overloading is one of the part of this. Method overloading is one of the part of this static, yes, static polymorphism. So we'll go with, yes, you can see here, this is nothing but the overloading is the concept in which method names are the same with this different set of parameter, with the different set of parameter. Fine. And it is also known as a compile time polymorphism because the decision of which method is to be called is made at compile time, is made at compile time. Okay, so this is your static polymorphism. Now what is actually the dynamic then? So how it is different then? स्टॅटिक मध्ये काय केले आपण, एकच क्लास होता, त्या क्लास मध्ये मी दोन मेथड्स कॉल केल्या विथ द सेम नेम, बट काय होतं चेंज त्याच्यात, different set of parameters I have given, different set of parameters I have given, and I have called this in the main method the object of that class, and simply I have taken the inputs over there and executed that program. No problem over there. But what is in dynamic? So how the different it is dynamic? Yeah. So we'll go with again with the same example. Yes, I have taken some 3 different class. Yes, but it is deriving your main class. It is deriving from some main class. That is, one is your circle, one is your square, and one is your rectangle. So objects of these 3 class I am going to consider. Objects of these 3 class we are going to consider in where, in the main method, in the main method. Yes, now simply when I am calling here in the separate classes I have created over here. So what will be the difference? So with the example, directly with the example, we will see here. Okay. So what I will do one thing. Just wait a minute. Open this. Make it as set as a startup project. What I will do, I will make it as startup project. Wait a minute. Okay. Just wait a minute. Sorry, 2 minutes. What I have done, I have taken one class, main class, that is drawing. In that I have specified 3 classes, means I have inherited. Inheritance property आपण इथं कॉल करतोय, कारण आपण ड्रॉइंग हा मेन क्लास आहे, हा आपला पॅरेंट आहे, आणि त्याच्यात मी चाइल्ड क्रिएट करते, चाइल्ड क्रिएट करते. तर चाइल्डची नावं काय काय आहेत, एक सर्कल आहे, एक स्क्वेअर आहे, आणि एक रेक्टँगल आहे. एक सर्कल आहे, एक स्क्वेअर आहे, आणि एक रेक्टँगल आहे. नो, देन व्हाट आय हॅव गिवन इन द माय मेन क्लास, काय ड्रॉइंगचा जो मेन क्लास आहे त्याच्यात मी एक मेथड कॉल केली आहे, दॅट इज नथिंग बट एरिया. एक मेथड कॉल केली आणि रिटर्न व्हॅल्यू 0 शुड बी देअर. आय हॅव केप्ट ॲज इट इज. इफ आय एम नॉट टेकिंग व्हर्च्युअल, व्हर्च्युअलचा काय रोल आहे ते मी नंतर सांगते, पण पहिले आधी हे बघू की मेन क्लास जो आहे माझा त्याच्यात मी चाइल्ड क्लास कॉल केल्यानंतर काय काय कॉल केलेला आहे. So what I have taken here in dynamic, when I am saying dynamic polymorphism, so main status काय आहे त्यांचा, की ज्यावेळेस मी so some slide is missing. Dynamic slide missing. Okay. Okay, fine. Let it be. What will we do? Okay, we'll directly go with the example. So this is actually here the circle is inherited from the main class, that is drawing. With the colon, I have shown this class is derived or taken from your main class, that is drawing. Now two methods had been called. Two methods had been called. First is radius, and in that I have called only get and set method. Get and set method only just I have provided, and the value, the radius should be double, means I have taken the parameter when I am going to call this method. This is nothing but double precision floating number should be get displayed, so I have taken double as a radius. Radius should be double, that is nothing but this is the data type. Okay, now public circle, same, you can consider this class name as a same method I have called over here. This class name, this is method. Okay, this is class name and this is method called over here. And what I have taken, the radius as equals to 5, as equals to 5, and the simple public double radius area, that double area should be double, that is the integer type should be get overridden over here and return the values with the this is the formula you can say, or you directly take the multiplication. Instead of taking this, you can go with some double values also. Mat dot power is nothing but it is showing you the multiplication. It is showing you the multiplication, and it is provided with your C#.NET framework. It is provided in inbuilt here itself. But if you don't want to go like this in a very difficult manner, you directly can put the values over here. Put the values put over here, and directly this 5 value you can directly use here instead of this. But I have what I have taken, I want to take the circle's radius, and it is pi r square. Pi r square, that is nothing but mat dot power is nothing but when we are going to do the r raised to 2, that raised to 2 is nothing but the index, or you can say the power. So that power I have taken, which is inbuilt over here. Yes, if you don't remain, I can show you math dot, it is showing me some values also here, and which power you want. So radius, already it is showing me radius comma 2 value, because I need to that power should be 2. Yes, that power should be 2. Pi r square, because pi ची value काय इथं 3.14. मॅडम pi ची value 3.14 आहे ना. हाँ, pi's value is 3.14, and then this condition, that is r square, how should I take? Because you can directly write radius into again radius, but instead of taking that, we should go with some technical way. That is nothing but how much, if there is 5 times radius is equals to 5 times, then 5 times you are going to write the radius? No. So by this you can directly take the value is radius, this radius you have taken 5, but I need the power as a 2, power as a 2. So radius and its power is 2. So this is only the condition I have provided with the area, whatever I am going to call. Okay, this was actually for your only one class name, which is circle. Which is circle. What we had done, मी काय केलेलं आहे, पहिली एक मेथड कॉल केली रेडियस, ती डबल असली पाहिजे, डबल व्हॅल्यू असली पाहिजे, म्हणजे तो डेटा टाइप यूज केलाय मी. इथे इंटिजर दिला तरी इंटिजर येईल, बट पायची व्हॅल्यू ही डेसिमल मध्ये आहे म्हणून मी तिथे डबल व्हॅल्यू घेतली, आणि इथं मला एफ द्यायची काही गरज नाही म्हणून मी फ्लोट पण घेतलेलं नाही. लक्षात आलं? मग मी इथं काय केलंय की इथं गेट सेट मेथड मी कॉल केली. आय नीड टू टेक द मेथड अँड सेट दॅट मेथड, गेट दॅट मेथड अँड सेट दॅट मेथड. नाउ एक अजून कॉल केलेला आहे विथ द सेम नेम, विथ द सेम नेम. आता इथे पॅरामीटर मी काय पास केला आहे, बट मी काय केलेलं आहे इथं अजून एकदा पब्लिक क्लास नाही कॉल केला. जर मी इथं पब्लिक क्लास कॉल केला असता, पब्लिक क्लास कॉल केला असता तर मला इथं एरर शो झाला असता. काय एरर शो झाला असता? का तर मी सेम क्लास घेतलेला आहे, बट जर मी इथं लिहिलं असतं इंट ए कॉमा इंट बी, तर त्यांनी माझा एरर घालवला असता का? Yes, whether it is showing me whether I have given some different public class, sorry, circle. Yes, नाही, but जर मी हे असंच ठेवलं असतं तर इट इज शोइंग मी एरर बिकॉज सेम नेम चालेल, पण तो पॅरामीटर इथे पास केला पाहिजे and it will take me into the static condition, so that what I have given, I have not taken the same class name is same, but I have passed some other variable, but it is inherited, it is dynamic, it is inherited from the main class, that is drawing. This is the circle. I have called two methods which are different one, and also the parameter whatever I have passed are different. Okay, so this is one thing I have done, and I have considered over here whether I am calling this override method in order to take the values of that area. का तर मी एक मेथड अजून कॉल केली आहे त्याच्यात सर्कल मध्येच की एरिया पाहिजे मला, तर याचं कॅल्क्युलेशन मला याच्यात रिटर्न कर. Okay, by without returning also you can go like console dot write line, but you have to pass the values again in the form of a string, and then you have to call separately. So directly, instead of taking the console dot write line, I have taken return overall these values. Okay, now the second class काय घेतलाय मी, square घेतलाय, which is inherited from again the main class which is drawing. आता त्यातला second class मी आहे काय, square आहे माझा. तिथे पण काय केलं, लेंथ घेतली, त्याला बी सेट गेट प्रॉपर्टीज असाइन केलेल्या आहेत, सेट गेट प्रॉपर्टीज असाइन केलेल्या आहेत. त्याच्यानंतर अजून एक मेथड कॉल केली, दॅट इज स्क्वेअर. आय हॅव गिवन द लेंथ एज अ 6 टू इट, and in order to calculate the same area, public override double area, I have taken the value and length into 2, that should be written. Length काय असते, मल्टिप्लिकेशन ऑफ 2. दॅट जेव्हा आपण स्क्वेअर म्हणतो तर त्याची लेंथ इंटू ब्रेथ असते. इथं लेंथ दिलेली आहे, जर तुम्ही इथं लेंथ घेतली तर तिथं ब्रेथ घ्या जर घ्यायचं असेल तर लेंथ इंटू 2 दिली तर त्याचा तुम्ही एरिया काढू शकता. ओके, नाउ द नेक्स्ट, आता इथपर्यंतच घेतलंय, जर तुम्हाला रेक्टेंगल घ्यायचं असेल घ्या, सेम आहे, हाईट आणि विड्थ द्यावी लागते, कारण स्क्वेअरची तर लेंथ आणि ब्रेथ सेमच असणार आहे, स्क्वेअर आहे म्हणल्यावर. त्याच्यामुळे इथं मी काय लेंथ आणि ब्रेथ घेतलेलं नाही, विड्थ घेतलेली नाहीये, ब्रेथ घेतलेलं नाहीये, फक्त इथं रेक्टेंगल मध्ये हाईट आणि विड्थ घेतलेली आहे, आणि ती फक्त सेट गेट केलेली आहे. दीज आर नथिंग बट द प्रॉपर्टीज. यस, गेट आणि सेट मेथड म्हणजे काय, त्याची प्रॉपर्टी आपण सेट करतोय, अँड विथ द व्हॅल्यूज. यस, रेक्टेंगल मेथड आहे त्याची कॉल केलेली, हाईट आणि विड्थ त्याची सेट केली आणि त्याचा एरिया कॅल्क्युलेट केला. अँड डायरेक्टली व्हॉट आय हॅव डन, याचा ऑब्जेक्ट, रेक्टेंगलचा ऑब्जेक्ट, स्क्वेअरचा ऑब्जेक्ट आणि सर्कलचा ऑब्जेक्ट इथं मी मेन मेथड मध्ये क्रिएट केलेला आहे. मेन मेथड मध्ये मी काय केलेले, क्रिएट केलेला आहे, आणि इथं त्याचा एरिया जस्ट कॉल केलेला आहे. अँड आय नीड टू गेट द शो वेदर विच व्हॅल्यू इज ऑफ विच ड्रॉइंग, मीन्स सर्कलची आहे, रेक्टेंगलची आहे का स्क्वेअरची आहे, ते मला समजण्यासाठी मी असं लिहिलेलं आहे की जर मी सर्कलची बघत असेल तर सर्कल प्रिंट झाला पाहिजे, स्क्वेअरची बघत असेल तर स्क्वेअर झाला पाहिजे, आणि रेक्टेंगलची असेल तर रेक्टेंगल शो झाला पाहिजे. And in order to stuck my output screen, I have taken console.readline. So this is what the dynamically it will show. तुम्हाला अजून पण लक्षात आलंय का काय चेंजेस आहेत स्टॅटिक मध्ये आणि डायनामिक मध्ये? स्टॅटिक मध्ये आपण गेट सेट मेथड यूज केलेली नाही, ही प्रॉपर्टी आपण यूज केली नाही. आपण काय केलंय, फक्त स्टॅटिक मध्ये ज्यावेळेस आपण बघितलं तर ओनली what I have done, I have taken the same name, class name, but instead of different parameters, only I have taken the changes. But while I am considering for the dynamic, that time I have taken the different values with properties. And which property? Set and get properties. With the help of set and get properties, and I have directly called this return directly that values with the different class name सेम आहेत, बट त्याच्यात मी काही व्हॅल्यू पास केलेली नाही. क्लास नेम सेम आहेत, बट इथं व्हॅल्यू पास केली नाही, ओनली इनहेरिट केली आहे, पण त्याच्यात दोन मेथड्स मी कॉल केलेले आहेत विथ सेम गेट अँड सेट प्रॉपर्टीज. इन स्टॅटिक आपण कुठलीही प्रॉपर्टी तिथं डिफाईन केली नव्हती, आपण तिथे कुठलीही प्रॉपर्टी डिफाईन केली नव्हती. Okay, now we will see whether it is giving me an output. Just will check whether it is showing me the output. Yeah. So first output is of your circle, second is of your square, because you can see here multiplying 3.14 into 5 means 25. So the answer will be 78.5. Then the square children 6 into 6, that is 6 6 are 36. So square chiji आहे area to 36 hai. And if you are considering for rectangle, you can give the values like 5.3 and 3.4. So multiplication is directly 18.02. So if you are getting confused whether it is showing me the actual, so you can write over here, that is circle area, square area, and here I can say rectangle area. We'll see whether it is giving me the accurate answer or not. Close this window, save it, again run the same program. Yeah, it is showing me the same answer. Is it okay? We had clear up to polymorphism. That is nothing but later on we have to go with. In polymorphism, we had seen some keywords also. What these keywords are? Yes, you can. You are going to get that. What is this virtual keyword is? Why we had used in our dynamic polymorphism? Because it is a runtime polymorphism. And actually, why we had used virtual keyword over here? Why we had used override keyword over here? What it means? So this part we will see later on in the next session, that is tomorrow, because simultaneously we are going to cover our practical as well as our theory part. After, if I am going to take the theory practical part, then it will not get conclude our chapter wise, and it also not be very effective, as we are taking the concept and directly we are executing the program. So it will be very much interactive, or you can say very effectively we can work on it. So instead of taking only the practicals, we can go for it again. Randomly we can give some examples we are also going to show. Yeah. So if anybody having difficulty, you can ask over here. If anybody is having difficulty up to this, because this override and virtual keyword we are having in the next session, why these keywords are used and what is the purpose. What is the purpose in dynamic itself? We had already used in abstract also, override, and not in interface. So if anybody is having doubt up to this, you can ask me. I will repeat again. We have time. Yes. If you don't have any objections or any what we can say, if you don't understand anything, you can ask me. I will repeat again. Yes, reply. Having any doubt, you can reply. I'm waiting for your queries. Yes, speak up, or in chat you can post your queries, so directly I can make again your repetition for the same. If you don't want to talk with me, you can directly put your queries in the chat, so I can know whether you are getting or not. Yes, I'm waiting from your side. Yes, anybody? Okay, no doubt. Fine. Okay, we will stop here. Just your attendance. First A division and later on B division will give. You can put your attendance over in the chat box fast. Before ending the meeting, you keep your attendance over here in the chat box. Yes, anybody know? No, no one from B division. Division? Nobody? Very nice. Seriously. So everyone has given the attendance. I am going to close the meeting. Okay. Thank you. We will meet soon, tomorrow itself at the same time, 2:45 with the same link. Okay. Don't miss, because you are having, what we can say, the offline papers. So be clear, though it is a POE for other, be alert and keep in mind that after completion, still you are getting your actual, what we can say, the placement order or offer letters. But if you are failed, you are not able to join that company. So please keep in mind, academics is also very much important. Okay. Okay, fine. Thank you. We will see, we will meet tomorrow at same time. Okay. Bye. Sure.